I was at my uncle's funeral on Saturday, and the priest said something really interesting which made me think. The priest said, Jesus gave thanks, broke the bread, gave it to his disciples, and said, eat this and eat my body. You know the rest. It's from the Bible. And it's how Catholics have practiced communion for quite a long time. Well, I practice communion a little different, so it made me think. And I thought, what did Jesus give thanks for? The book doesn't say. It just says Jesus gave thanks. But it doesn't say what he was giving thanks for. And I think that's so interesting. Was he giving thanks for the meal, the food, for the companionship? What was he giving thanks for? And then immediately after that, he says, eat this bread, this is my body. I mean, that's kind of weird, right? Like, if you were over at my house for dinner and I poured you a glass of wine and I said, hey, Jennifer, hey, Chris, here, drink this wine. It's my blood. You would say, Robert has lost his freaking mind. That makes no sense whatsoever. Why is he saying, drink his blood? Is he a vampire? I don't know. I'm not. But then I started thinking about another passage. And I started thinking about how Jesus got his disciples. He met, I think Peter the fisherman, and he said, come with me and be a fisher of man. And then Peter just packed his stuff, left his life behind, left his friends, his career, and followed Jesus. But see, that doesn't make any sense to me either. Because if I went to a school teacher today and I said, hey, you like teaching these kids? Come with me and be a teacher of men. Or, oh, you like building, you're a mason? Come with me and build my church. People would not just drop everything and follow me. And why does Jesus only attract poor people? People that are down on their luck, people that society has shunned off. Why doesn't he have any wealthy or well-to-do disciples? Here's why, and it all links together. Because here's what Jesus said when he met Peter and his disciples on the road. He said, I see you, Peter. I see you, Paul, or not Paul, Paul came later. I see you, Peter. I see you, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And I see the face of the Lord. I see God right here with me right now. You, Peter, are my Lord. God is not up there. God is right here, and his name is Peter. And I will serve you for the rest of my life. If you come with me, you will never want for anything. I will make sure you are fed. I will make sure you have shelter. I will put your welfare above my own. I, Jesus, will serve you. Would you like to walk this path with me? And for poor people that have never had someone take care of them before, that were always wondering where their next meal would come from, imagine how appealing it would be for someone well-educated, a rabbi, to come and tell them that they will serve you and make sure you are fed, taken care of, want for none of your essential needs forever. That is why Paul, Mark, Matthew, Luke, John, all of them, not Paul, I keep saying Paul, but Peter, that's why they all followed Jesus. That's why the 12 disciples followed him, because that was what he was offering. He saw them as God, and he said, I will be your servant. I will be your servant. I don't serve some mystical being in heaven. I serve the God that is looking at me right now. I serve you. And when you understand that, and the Bible doesn't teach that, by the way, that's the truth that the Bible doesn't teach. But if you understand that, it all makes perfect freaking sense. Because if you understand that, then you understand what Jesus was actually giving thanks for at the Last Supper. He was giving thanks to the Lord. Not the Lord, but the Lord. He was giving thanks to those 12 people at the table that each and every one of them represented and were, in Jesus' eyes, God. Each of the 12 disciples was the Lord that Jesus was giving thanks to. And so when he gives thanks and says, "You are my Lord, I am your servant," then it makes perfect sense why the next thing out of his mouth would be, "If I could give you my blood, I would. If I could give you my flesh, I would, because I would give my life for you." For you. Not for you, for you. Here, eat this bread as it was my flesh. Drink this wine as if it was my blood. I would give everything for you, Lord. That's the truth. Think about it. Think about it. The Bible doesn't teach it, but you know in your heart that that is the truth. It is the only thing that makes perfect freaking sense. And that's why they crucified him. They crucified him because that is not what the Hebrew tradition taught. And guess what? You people that are doubting me right now, you are still believing that old Hebrew tradition that Jesus was preaching against. Who killed Jesus? Who killed Jesus? It was not Pontius Pilate. It was the priest. It was the fellow Jewish leaders that killed Jesus. Because Jesus, was trying to tell people, God does not exist up there. God exists here, right here. This is where God is. God is you. You are God, and I am created in your image. Who are you praying to? You're praying to something up there, but you are God. You are it. Jesus worshiped you. Jesus served you. Jesus saw you as God, and he would give his life for you, which he did. That is what Jesus was preaching. And that's what I am preaching. And they crucified Jesus. They did. They crucified him for that message. And some of you out there in the comments, you want to crucify me too. And I still love you. I love you deeply and unconditionally. I really do.